Hi guys, this is Bee-Blooded Beauty and this is my very first ever makeup tutorial ever in the history of my life. I've been watching beauty bloggers on YouTube for about a year and a half and I love it, and it's something that I've really thought about doing for a while, so this is like just me doing it. I probably could have talked myself out of it for the rest of my life, but I just don't want to live that way. So this is the look that I put together for you guys. I think it's totally quintessentially me because it's very bright and it's very fun and it's very shimmery, and I think it's very summery. It's kind of this awesome like dusky kind of mermaid look, and I would just wear this around, like I'm literally just gonna wear it around my house the rest of the day, but you could totally do it to a picnic or a party or on a date, night at the beach, whatever. Do people go to the beach at night? I'm not even sure. But I had a lot of fun doing it. Most of the products that I used are drugstore. So thank you guys for watching, and if you want to figure out how to get this makeup look, then stay tuned. Alright guys, let's get started with this look. I'm going to start with the eyes. The shadow that I'm using has some fallout and it's pretty bright. Like the shadows themselves are pretty bright, so I do want the ability to kind of clean up around my eyes before I go in and do my face. I'm also like kind of messy, so it just works out to do it that way. I already did my brows. I didn't include that in this tutorial because to me brows are just like super boring, and you kind of like, they're just something that you either completely ignore or you just like have to do it, but I just don't like to spend a whole lot of time on it. If you're curious about the products that I used, I used the J-Cat's Perfect Duo Brow Pencil. This is in their like brown shade. And then I put them, I kind of hold it in place. This is just a clear brow gel I got out of a Profusions eye pack that I bought at TJ Maxx. So I, just fill them in, set them in place, and then I try to forget about them. I don't know why I think they're boring, I just do. They're just not my favorite thing. I don't even spend a lot of time shaping them because I hate them and would totally get them tattooed on my face if that didn't terrify me. So that's where I stand. So like I said, we're gonna start with the eyes. We're gonna prime them. I'm a pretty big fan of the Hard Candy Eyes the Limit Shadow Primer. It's not very expensive, it's drugstore, and it does the job. Hard Candy primers, or Hard Candy eyeshadows, are pretty vibrant, so I feel like it does a good job making sure those stand out. So I just get a little tiny bit on my fingers, and a little bit goes a very long way, as with a lot of products, which I guess I appreciate. But anyway, I take this just kind of all over my lid and up towards my brow bone. Also because I have a lot of redness up there, because God hates me. But it just kind of helps even out some of this discoloration, and I do some color correcting, and I'll include a little bit of that later. If you would like an entire video on the drugstore products that I use to color correct, let me know, because I will definitely put that together. My skin is super uneven and I deal with a lot of redness and acne scarring, and I have a sleep disorder, so my under eyes are just crazy awful, like sunken pits of despair. So if you want some tips on how I deal with that, I will be more than happy to share. So yeah, once we get that done and they're nice and set, the palette that I used today is a drugstore palette. I actually got it at the Dollar Tree. I was going there for, that's where I get my makeup remover wipes because they're super cheap. And I saw this LA Colors shadow palette. This is their BEP 433 Fling palette, but these colors are just like quintessentially summer to me, It's basically like a mermaid palette. And I saw it and I just knew like that's what I wanted to do, and I thought it was a perfect one for my the first video on my channel. It just seemed very quintessentially me because it's bright and their shimmer is bright and shimmery and it's super fun, and that's basically me in a nutshell. And the cat is slowly losing her mind because I'm in her chair, so she kind of has the right, I suppose. Anyway, let's get started. My allergies are losing their minds right now, so I'm super congested and I apologize. My allergies bug me pretty much the entire year, so I spend the whole year like sounding like a smoker, but I don't smoke and neither should you. So there we go, that's all I got. All right, to start, we're gonna start in the crease, and I'm gonna take this is a little e.l.f. Cosmetics crease brush, and I'm gonna start with this shade down here, this bluer shade. It's a little slightly cooler, I think, a little more neutral than some of those other colors that are in there. And I just want to take the smallest bit, but you can see they come off. It's a lot that comes off there. And I'm gonna just very lightly start putting that, trying to focus on the outer half of my eye. We'll see how that goes. Just using little circular motions, very, very gently. You can always go back and get more shadow, but it is super depressing to take shadow away. So we're just gonna give ourselves a nice little transition so we can make it nice and smoky and blend it out. I'm a huge fan of smoky, kind of grungier eyeshadow eye looks, so get ready for that. See, I said I was going to focus it on the outer half, and I'm already like starting to pull it into the middle of my eye. So like most of my makeup is me sitting down thinking I'm going to be restrained, and then it just doesn't happen that way. So maybe that's why I like cosplay so much, because the point is to go kind of nuts. So I got a little more on that brush. I'm just trying to put it mostly in that outer V and up into the crease, and we're just kind of starting to create that wing shape. And I am going to go ahead and drag a little bit of it onto the outer half of the crease as well. An eyelash. Go away. Alright, that's probably going to be enough just for this first little round. I am going to take, this is just a general blender brush, also from e.l.f. And I'm just going to run that kind of along the edges there, just so we can get that nice and diffused. I make really ridiculous faces when I put my eyeshadow on, so just bear with me. Okay, so that is going to be just a lovely little transition out there. The next color that we're going to go in with is, I want to take the main color here. I really like this blue, this really, really bright, beautiful blue. I keep looking at the wrong side of the camera, so that's great. But I want to take this color right here. I'm going to take it, this is on a Wet n Wild, just like big eyeshadow brush. I kind of like these because they have this neat little divot in the brush for you to hold it, and I think that's cool. So this one's super, super pigmented, so we're just gonna be really careful. Like just a bare baby minimum at a time. And I am gonna start this on the outside, and like I said, work pretty slowly, adding it gradually as close to the inner corner as I dare go. And I'm mostly using patting motions just to kind of very slowly layer it on, but it's so pretty, you guys. I'm freaking out. Goodness, now the other eye. I'm super excited about these makeup colors. It really makes me want to go to the beach, but I do not live near a beach that I know of. Southern Indiana, I don't think there's like a ton of beaches around here. So I usually don't get to go, but every once in a while when we go on vacation, I always want to go to the beach. It's literally like my favorite. I just am obsessed with it. And my husband could totally take it or leave it because he really doesn't, he's not like a fan of the sand or the sun or anything like that. And he also makes fun of me because I'm afraid of deep water, so I don't even like to go into the ocean. I just like to stand there, the very edge of the ocean, and just like absorb the universe. And it fulfills me deeply. So haven't gotten to go to the beach in a couple years, and I am feeling it. I think the last time I remember going, it's a long time ago, like 3 or 4 years maybe, we went down to Fort Myers Beach in Florida, it was just beautiful. Like my mom's friend lent us a condo, and we, like, our backyard was the Gulf of Mexico, so it was absolutely fantastic. And I don't generally go into the sun unless I'm at the beach, so I spent the entire vacation like in SPF 120 lying on a towel in the sun, and my mom was like, oh my god, you have a tan, what is this? I didn't really know what it was. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that, the little crease brush, and pick up a little bit more of our crease color, not a whole lot, but I'm just gonna kind of smoky that back out a little bit. I got some up in the crease here, and it's perfect. I'm actually gonna find a clean crease brush. This is in the Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag. I love this one, but this doesn't have any product on it. So we're gonna use that to kind of clean up around these edges. I got a lot of fallout on my lower lash line, and we will take care of that in just a second as well. But heck yeah. Okay, and for the remainder, the inner part of my eye, what do I want? Like one of these guys. This is another Wet n Wild brush. This is their like precision shade. I don't even know. It's their smaller brush, so the bristles are a little more compacted. But I'm gonna take this guy, and we're gonna go in to these turquoise colors. I'm gonna go into these turquoise colors, and I want to grab the lightest one. This one right here. It's like a seafoam color. It's very pretty. And I'm gonna put that in the inner corner, kind of blending out towards that blue. These ones are the super, super shimmery ones of the palette, so they are perfect for inner corners, and I'm in love. Okay, that's like really cool. I have a bunch of freckles on my eyelids, which is great because I feel like, I mean, I think it's cute, but also it sometimes makes it kind of hard to blend out shadow or get like an even get even coverage in certain spots, because I'm also trying to cover my freckles. So maybe I should invest in a slightly heavier duty eyeshadow primer, but I'm not convinced. My house is really old. Like, it's in pretty good shape. The previous owners did a whole lot of renovation before my husband and I bought it, but the house itself, structurally, was built in like the very early 1900s. So it's creaky, so if you ever hear like general creaking in the video, it's also very windy around here this time of year, and it's just the house. Although it kind of made, I got kind of, it like freaked me out when we first moved in, just because it always sounded like there was somebody moving around in the house, but nobody was home except for me. So pretty much thought I was gonna die. That's so pretty. Okay, love it. All right, with that very same brush, not gonna get a different brush, I'm gonna take the slightly darker turquoise color. This one right here, it's like Mermaid Fantabulous. Like if there was one color in the entire universe that was mermaid, it would be this color. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that, and I'm gonna use it, just kind of pat it over where those colors meet, just to blend them out and to bring a little more shimmer like further into the lid. Beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a masterpiece. I'm only gonna have one video on this entire channel because this is it. This is just the most perfect. Look. I am obsessed, you guys. Okay, perfect. Now I used 4 out of the 6 colors, and I kind of feel personally challenged to incorporate the pink and the purple, so bring it on. I want another little crease brush. This is a clean little e.l.f. crease brush. And we're gonna take that purple and very gently, gradually in small amounts, I'm gonna focus that in that in that outer corner in that V to darken it up a little bit, add some more dimension, to our eye. These are just very, very light and very gentle circular motions. Really focusing it. You can almost kind of feel it, because you'll feel the outside of your eye socket. So you can just follow that as a guide. I like how those colors, I keep blocking my face with my freaking mirror. Sorry about that. If you can't tell, this is my first video. It's my first video. Yeah, I like how those colors look when they're on top of each other. It's beautiful. Amazing. I just like wish my whole skin was like that color. That's beautiful. Really perfect. One of my friends finds my mermaid obsession ironic given that I won't swim in the ocean, but if I was a mermaid, maybe I wouldn't worry about it. And I can't even explain like why I don't like going in the ocean, but I just don't like deep water in general. Like my in-laws used to live on a lake and I couldn't swim in the lake because can't touch in the lake. Who knows what's down there? I don't even like taking baths because you're submerged in a significant amount of water. So I probably was drowned in a previous life or something like that. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. I just can't even. You guys are like, oh my god, chill out, please. But I can't because this is awesome. I tried out a version of this look for my sister's 13th birthday party, but I did not do it quite this way. And this is so pretty. Okay. Okay. Keep it together, McNair. Alright, I'm gonna call it quits. You ever get to that point where you feel like you could keep going, but everything could go horribly wrong? I feel like I'm at that point. So we're gonna call it even on the purple. But look at that. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer just so we can admire. They look so iridescent. They're so pretty. Look at them. Yay! Alright, so I do have a plan for the pink, but it involves my lower lash line, and we're gonna get to that after we do our foundation. So I'm gonna get one of these little makeup wipes. And you can kind of see under the eye some of that fallout and then across the top of our cheeks. So I just like to get it like that and go in and pick up any fallout, but then it also gives me a chance to kind of clean up around the edges of the eye if I want to sharpen that at all. I'm not going to take too much away from the under eye because that's kind of what I'm going for anyway. I just don't want it to be so far down when we haven't put our foundation on. Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to prime first. Get those out of the way. I am a fan of color correcting. Ooh, that was weird, sorry. All my makeup is like in a tackle box over here or a little display over here. So, and I just reorganized it, so I'm only 90% sure where everything is. Okay, so this is what I do. This is like the soft core color correcting that I do. I start with this is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, but this is their anti-redness formula. So you just don't need very much at all, but I take just a little, tiny bit on my finger. It's very liquidy, and I want to focus this on the areas where I have the most concentrated redness, which for whatever reason, right on my eyebrows. Actually, I know exactly the reason. It's because I just trimmed them, so they're mad. I do this, and it has to set for a second, so I know it looks really orange. That's kind of why I don't put it on my whole face, because it does like look funny if you put it kind of all over the place. But I just put it on the places where I have the most redness, which for me generally is my cheeks and my chin, and some right between my eyes. But I just work really slowly. If you can't tell, I'm a big fan of like going gradually, partially because I don't like to waste product because it's expensive, but also because I think it's more accurate. Like, you just get a more precise and accurate look in the end if you just take your time. And it's relaxing. That's one of the first things that I really came to enjoy about makeup, because I didn't really wear a whole lot in high school. I didn't have like we had to wake up so freaking early. I have no idea, like the girls who would wear, and they looked good, these fantastic makeup looks in high school, but at the same time I was like, I had to wake up at 5 in the morning, and I was not thinking about my face at 5 in the morning. I was thinking about like beating my brother out to the kitchen so I could get the last Pop-Tart before we had to go to school. Okay, so once I've paid attention to, what is wrong? The more severe red spots on my skin, this is the Hard Candy Color Correct. This is their Radiant Primer. It's the yellow one, and it is the one that corrects mild redness on all skin tones. So, and then I just use this kind of all over on the rest of my face, because I'm pretty pale, but not on my face. I'm super red. A lot of it is honestly acne scarring. I had terrible acne growing up, thanks puberty. But I had to take, like, I took 2 different rounds of Accutane, if you know what that is. If you've been through it, I'm with you. It was horrible and I hated it. But my skin is better, especially on like my chest and my shoulders. I used to get a whole awful buttload of acne down there, and now I don't get hardly any at all, and I don't really get a whole lot on my face either. There's just all this scarring from years and years of pizza face and picking at it. Like, I have anxiety, so I would always pick at it, and it was horrible. But yeah, anyway, I just apply a little bit of that kind of all over the rest of my face, and it does have to sit there for a second, or I like to give it a second to soak in. So we're gonna hop back to our eyeballs real fast, just real fast, because I want to do, what it's called, I want to line them, do my eyeliner real fast. So I'm going to use, gosh, where is it? And I also can't see because I don't have my glasses on. So, okay. Ooh. All right, I'm going to use for liner, this is the Flower Cosmetics Forever Wear eyeliner, and this is in Amethyst. That's their pretty purple shade. I'm a big fan of Flower Cosmetics. They're probably one of my favorite drugstore brands. They don't test on animals, and they're just so colorful, and I like a lot of their formulas for being drugstore. Anyway, I'm going to take this on the outer part of my waterline. I seldom take it all the way in to that inner corner, just given the shape of my eye. If I bring it too far in, it makes them look like really hooded, and I want to help them seem kind of bigger and more open. So we're gonna do that. I love this color because it's very jewel toned and pretty. So we're gonna do that on our waterline. Waterline, okay. Oh my gosh, it's perfect for this look and I love it. if you, especially for all of my blue-eyed babies out there, purple just works really well. It helps to bring out those cooler tones in our eyeballs. Not like we need to make our eyes any more special, because they're already kind of special. Okay, and then I do just want to take a regular black kind of up on my tightline. The only pencil in the whole world that I can successfully tightline with without poking my eye out is the L'Oreal Paris. This is the Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner. I don't know if they still make this, so I'm afraid, I like fear the day that I run out of it, because then I'll probably never have it again, and it'll be a sad day. I'll be sad, and then I'll move on. Never, because I'll be too sad. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to use this to tightline. If that makes you uncomfortable, like the pencil near the eyeball in that manner, just look away, and I will let you know when it is safe again. Whew. All right, we're done. I didn't used to understand like what that did, but then I tried it, and then I started noticing, like I really seriously started noticing the difference in how thick and full my lashes looked when I tightlined versus when I didn't tightline. So if you want to, you should do it. That's my story. Whew, okay. All right, so our primer has had time to kind of settle on our face, so we're gonna go in. Oh no, not the hiccups. It is foundation time. Nothing is ever pale enough. Okay, so this is what I've been using recently. This is I just realized I'm using a lot of L'Oreal Paris stuff. It's a personal preference. I just like a lot of their products. This is also one of the only foundations that is pale enough on my skin. And this is the True Match Super Blendable Makeup. It also has SPF in it, so if you're like me and you need SPF just in case you like walk past the window wrong and you get hit by the sun, this stuff is really good. This is in their W1 Porcelain shade, and I am really enjoying it. It's pretty easy to blend out with your super gross beauty blender. The super gross one. Can't use the clean one. It has to be the super gross one. My only complaint is I wish it came in a pump top, because then I could avoid this nerve-wracking part here. Like I feel like that's too much. Anyway, so I pour a little bit out on my hand, and I'm a fan of the dot method, where you just kind of, you're probably supposed to be more precise, but I start trying to be precise and then I just get carried away because it's like finger painting on your face. But yeah, I just do that, and then I take my Beauty Blender. I also got this from TJ Maxx. I like TJ Maxx. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know how often people go there for their makeup needs, but especially if you're looking, like they have a bunch of really cute little beauty blenders and Nido palettes and things like that. They had a bunch of like color correcting palettes that my sister and I were kind of going nuts over. So if you have never gone to TJ Maxx to look at makeup, it's kind of fun. It is worth the experience. So I just kind of very gently and taking my time buffing this out. Okay, oh my gosh, it stopped recording for a second. I'm recording on my phone and I struggle with storage, like it can't store super big videos for very long, so I'm gonna kind of like hurry up through the last little part of this. so it doesn't keep cutting off the recording. So I apologize if it seems a little choppy if it keeps doing that. Eventually I will invest in a better camera, or like an actual camera and not just my phone. But that day is not today. So I'd finished blending in my face. Where is that palette? And I'm gonna take, for setting and things like that, this is the Morphe. I don't actually know what the palette is called, so if you do know, or like I'll find out and I'll put it down in the description, but it's this little Morphe like contour and highlight palette. And I want just like a fluffy kind of kabuki brush, and I'm gonna take this color here. I like to take this color and pick up a little bit of that banana yellow color as well, and I put that, I like to sweep that under my eyes. I'm not gonna do like a whole lot of contouring or concealing or anything like that. I don't like to do a lot of that, especially in the summer, because I feel like it gets really heavy. And I'm also now kind of nervous because my camera's being weird. So this is what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna focus this on those kind of higher points of my face, or anywhere where my makeup will crease, or I'll get kind of, if I get, like, I always sweat on my upper lip and it's gross, and I would much rather, I mean, it's like a natural function of the human body and it's not gross. I would just like it if my makeup didn't sweat off. So we're gonna do that. Just kind of leave it right there. I generally don't actually do a whole lot of heavy duty contouring, because I've never really enjoyed, I just don't think it does a whole lot for my face specifically. Like, I don't have super exaggerated cheekbones, so trying to carve them out. Oh my gosh, I lost you again. Okay, this is really stressful. Super mode. Alright, so I did say I had a plan for that pink color that was left in that palette, so we're going to take it using this little flat shader brush. I don't know what brand this brush is. It's just like a little drugstore brush. And I'm going to take that magenta color and I'm going to sweep it kind of on the bottom lash line towards the inner corner of my eye, just to give that fun little pop of color and kind of help bring out that amethyst that we used on our waterline. See, I think that's pretty. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I think it's a little crazy because, like, I work from home and I go to school online, so I don't like go out. I don't have to go out in public for my job or like anything like that. But that does not stop me from getting all glamorous and then sitting at my desk all day. Like, that's really cute. Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, so mascara, I didn't forget. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to use my favorite drugstore mascara. This is this more L'Oreal? Oh my gosh, it's more L'Oreal. Okay, so this is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt Mascara in like Blackest Black. I love this. I love the applicator. It's super unique. It's not even really like a traditional spoolie at all, but I think it does a really fantastic job of catching all of your lashes and creating that like whooshed out butterfly wing kind of look. And like I have pretty thick long lashes genetically. Like, my skin is crap, but I did win the lotto on eyelashes. And this stuff just really accentuates that. So most of I just don't even like, I don't bother with false lashes most of the time because I can get a very similar effect with this mascara. So I'm going to very carefully apply it. It's probably going to go everywhere, but knock on wood, it's going to be fine. I think that's another reason why I like this as opposed to like your usual spoolie, is that it's easier to control so it doesn't go everywhere. Like, I'm gonna say that. Most of me applying mascara is literally just me waiting for it to go everywhere. And I feel like it's always like right on my inner corner or right on that spot where it was like so pristine and perfect, and then all of a sudden it's just fucked up. Pardon my language. Yes! Mascara is probably my favorite thing other than highlighter. Like, I mentioned earlier that I didn't do a lot. I didn't really bother. Not that I didn't bother with it. I really didn't. I didn't really get into makeup at all until, actually, honestly, until I was out of college. Like, school is not conducive to makeup, or joy in general. But I always used mascara. Like, that was my thing. Not my thing, but like that was the one thing that I felt like if I did that in the morning, then I was put together. Like, I felt composed and like I was semi ready to do things with my life. If I had mascara on, like my very first semester of college, see, there it is, fucking shit up. My very first semester of college, I had my intermediate level Japanese class. It started at 7:30 in the morning, so shoot me in the face. And I would literally like roll out of bed, grab my backpack, climb on my bike halfway across campus, and I would have just enough time left over to put my mascara on using my phone camera before the start of class. And like, Japanese is hard enough, and getting up and talking in front of people in English is already really hard, so doing it in a foreign language was even worse. But for whatever reason, if I had my mascara on, I was like, I can do this. Those particles aren't gonna beat me. Okay, so there's mascara. Really okay, so I just like to kind of dab some. That was way too much. Holy mother. Okay, it's fine. We'll recover from this. But thankfully it blends out pretty well. So I'm gonna blend out this. The important part is not to panic. But it gives you like just a really pretty, kind of nice, natural little flush to your cheeksies. And then for highlighter, my phone is freaking out, you guys, so I'm really trying to hurry this along. For highlighter, ColourPop is pretty much, that's my jam. This is one of their Super Shock cheeks in the shade Flexitarian. And I just take a little bit on my pinky. My favorite thing about ColourPop is how creamy their highlighters are. So they're real easy just to like whoosh and kind of blend wherever you want them. And I usually want them all over my freaking face. So that's me. I'll do a little down my nose. And I'm a fan of the Cupid's Bow highlight. No one can take that away from me. it was one of my favorite, like that was the thing, that was the trend that really got me into highlighters, because I can't even describe why I think it's the most prettiest thing ever, but it is. Don't lie to me. Alright, so that's like pretty much it. I'm gonna put my glasses on, finally. I feel like I can finally put my glasses back on. And the last thing I'm gonna do is lips. We're gonna use some ColourPop. This is this is one of their Ultra Satin lips. I got it in that sale that they just did, where if you bought some of their full size, I think it was, and maybe every $10 you spent, you got one of the free little mini ones. So this is in the shade London Fog, and it's this really nice bright pink color. If you wanted just to keep your lips more neutral, you could totally just do like a more nude or neutral pink. But go big or go home is kind of my thoughts on that. So I'm going to very carefully apply me some ColourPop. And I have more ColourPop coming. And it's out for delivery today. I ordered their new, like, the collab, like the new blush and the new, I don't even remember. Don't listen to me right now. I'll do an actual video. Lipstick is really that one spot where I feel like I'm just minutes away from everything going wrong. That and liquid liner, like eyeliner. Can't do it. Cat eyes terrify me. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I love this formula too. I've never used their satin lip before. All the ones I have are like their liquid matte lipstick, but this is fabulous. I'm just, okay. And that color, that is like the perfect, bright, fun, fantastic summer color. So I'm super happy about that. And I did put my glasses on a little prematurely because we do have to set our face. I use the e.l.f. This is their new Aqua Primer Mist. And it's really nice. I've used it a couple times just to try it out. And I'm a big fan. And I somehow got that lipstick all over my fingers, so I'm just gonna take care of that. But I just shake it up a little bit and then hold it away from her face and whew. So that takes a second to set, but it does keep your makeup on all day, and it kind of gives it that just real nice little dewy look. So this is it. This is the completed look. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for sticking with me on my very first ever makeup tutorial. I hope to bring you guys some more content next week. And so if there's anything that you would like to see me do, any questions, I could do like a Q&A thing. I want to do a hair video, just to, like the products that I use on my hair. And I have so much new ColourPop that I haven't played with yet. So there's going to be some pretty bright and fun and exciting things coming down the pipeline. But like I said, thank you guys for watching so much. Please hit that subscribe button down there. And feel free, please, to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I also have my blog and all the products that I used today linked down in the